If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. Today is the last day of our Codeprise Laravel Breeze project. There's not going to be as much coding in this video, but there are things that I'm going to show you. We're going to code a couple of things, and then we're just going to see how things interact. What I want to do is I want to start with dealing with our routes, which we changed to UUIDs for these vehicles. If we head into the code and we go over to the web routes, our routes are fine, but typically what I like to do at the end of the project is instead of having each of the individual routes listed, I do prefer to condense them into a group so that there's not as many. So I'm just going to go ahead and comment these out for now. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do route resource. Typically, what it means to have a resource route is basically just saying that we are using all of the routes that come default with the controller. Each of the controllers, you have the option of having a set of different functions. You have index, create, delete. These are the names of those functions that we used, and we tied them up within the controller and added routes to them. So what we're just saying is that this is going to be a group of these resources. So we'll do resource. I'll press enter. Because I have an extension that completes that for me, I can just do that. The resource is going to begin with what's the route name, and all of our routes for vehicles in this particular case is /vehicles/something. Where it says user here, we can go ahead and put vehicles so that all of the vehicles will be the exact same. Now, the other thing is we are using the vehicle controller, so we can change that in here as well. It's already been imported up top. We don't have to do anything else with it. For these vehicles, as you can see here, we're using root model binding, and that root model binding is actually using the UUID field in the database to call specific vehicles. We changed it from ID to UUID within this series. Well, Laravel has this little helper function. We can tap into actually whatever field in the database that we want, and we do that by adding to the end of this parameters. We'll put a set of parentheses, and then we'll also add some brackets in it. Now, what are the parameters that we have? Well, as I said before, we're using the vehicle model. We're doing root model binding. We're using the vehicle. So we can actually just say vehicles. What is the vehicles? The vehicles is going to equal vehicle UUID. Our routes should now have this parameter within the route because we have now added that as a parameter. Let's go ahead and open up the terminal. I will show you, and I'm using sail, so it's sail artisan route list. So we should be able to see all of the routes that we have created for these vehicles. And luckily they are right down at the bottom for us, where you can see vehicles/create, vehicle/vehicle. And this is pretty much exactly what we wanted. We have a singular vehicle here, which is a get and a post. One is for index, one is for store. And then of course we have the other routes, all of the other routes as well. So everything should actually still work the same. Go back to the browser. I'll go ahead and refresh this. And all the routes that we had was just the vehicles. We can edit, and well, this shouldn't affect our toggle switcher, but everything does still work. So good. So that was a nice little refactor that we did. As I said at the beginning, I really wanted to build a project with Breeze just to kind of show you that it's essentially just the same as any other starter kit or any other sort of implementation that you do. The only difference is that it is using Blade with Alpine in it, and you can have a few little different functionalities. And the other thing about Breeze is that you also get the basic authentication of Laravel. So unlike Sanctum and Fortify, you're actually just getting the default authentication that comes baked into Laravel, which is just the login registration, password reset, email verification, password confirmation. I think the only one that this doesn't have is two-factor, but that's something that you could implement in here if you wanted to. Basically, that's all it is. It's just scaffolding with some basic authentication setup just to kind of get you up and running really quick. If you want something more robust, it suggests that you use Jetstream. That comes with Fortify, Sanctum, and you can use Livewire Inertia with that entire setup as well and have a lot more of a robust sort of thing. But it also says that we have a profile page. What that means is that if we go back to our project and we go to click our name here, you can see that we have a profile link which has all of the authentication basically that comes baked into the project that we have now with Breeze. Now we have already looked at login and registration. We haven't done password reset, email verification, or password confirmation. And those are just some quick setups that we can do. The first one that I want to set up is the email verification. So if we go up a bit and head over to security and email verification, this will show us how to set that up. So basically we want to set up the model first. So what does setting up our model mean? Well, it means that we just have to implement this must verify email contract, and that will just set us up with email verification. So let's go ahead and do that in the user model, and then we'll come back here and see if there's anything else. I'm going to go ahead, close that, and then we'll go over to the user model. And if we go all the way up top, you can see that we already have the must verify email here. So I'll just uncomment it. And then we'll do implements must verify email. And because it's not a trait, we don't have to list it down here. Newly registered users will get an email verification link, and then it's just showing if you want to set up an event for that, then you can do that as well. Database preparation, which I think that's already in the database email verified app, but we'll take a look at anyway. And for now, that's pretty good. If we take a look at the routes again, we see that we don't have that route here. Oh yeah, we do. Post email verification, so we don't have to add anything else for that. The only thing that we'll need to do is set up some sort of email system. We can go to the .env, and right here where it says mailer, mail host, as you can see here, I'm already set up to use MailPit, and I think I can just use it like that. All I need to do is go to this route. I don't know. I'm going to give it a try, and then we'll see. Because if you look at the Docker Compose, because I genuinely haven't used it through here in a while, and I don't remember, but we do have MailPit already set up here, or I at least have it set up here, and it should just work on port. Well, we'll try 8025 and see. Okay, look at that. So I've already got mail set up. All I need to do now is just log out and then register as a new user. So I'll open this up in a new one. Go to register, get in a user, register. Okay, so now we have this resend verification email, and then we can also log out because it does log us in at this time. But as you can see, if you look, I already have a notification saying that I have a new email. So I'll go ahead, click that. And this is a markdown template within Laravel that it has sent you. It's already been built. It doesn't need anything else. This is it. So now all we need to do is check verify email address. And this has brought us back to our dashboard page, and we're logged in as the different user. And that's all good to go. We don't have to do anything else for that. We have set up email verification, done and dusted. Close this. Now, the other thing about it is once we click that, it also gives us verification, which means that we can now access all of these because that is surrounding our routes. If we go to the web routes, you can see we have a verified message here, a verified middleware on here, and that's allowing us to access these routes within this because it's also verified, and now we've set up email verification. Bada boom, bada bing. We're able to interact with all of those pages within this group. Let's try to do the password reset and see what happens. Right, so if we go down, I am going to go here and I'm going to type in my current password, which obviously is super secure, and it is password. And the only thing that is more secure than password is password 1. So let's go ahead and do save. And let's see, are we getting any kind of a thing? Confirmation doesn't match. That's ridiculous. Might have double typed the number on that one. Let's try it. Oh, I see what I did. Current password is password. The new password is password 1, and then confirm password. This one should also be password 1. Because this is what happens when we don't follow directions. And it says it was reset. I don't like that it took me to the top of the page. Not my problem right now, but here we are. It did say that it was reset. So now from here, we can go up and we're going to go over authentication, be in security authentication. If we scroll down a bit, we'll find password confirmation. This password confirmation is saying that it basically times out, so you don't have to keep doing it. So let's say in this instance, we are trying to confirm password for something. We're going to use our confirmation password to say that, yes, we want to perform this action. Yes, this is valid. Yes, this is us. If you wanted to reset it, let's say several times within a set amount of time, then you don't have to keep reconfirming that password within that set time. I think it's 2 hours. I don't remember how long the time is, but that's part of what this is saying. So all we do need to do is configure. See here it says 3 hours. That's how long it's active for or it's valid for. And then you can also change that in the config/app.auth. You should ensure that any route performing this action has the password confirm middleware. Let's just go and make sure that we have that. To find the listing of our middleware that we can use, we can go up to app and then kernel.php. And if we go down and see, these are the aliases for our middleware, and password.confirm is in here. So we can also just add that to this route group. Now, this is something that I don't really recommend to do for all of these type of routes. This is really just something reserved for authentication, but it is something that I want to show you. If we go to the auth.php, this is a list of all of the authentication routes that came with Breeze. This is what it installed for us. So the routes that we saw when we printed all of them, that's where these are coming from. And so we have the confirm password, get route, post route, and this is already been defined, so we don't have to define those new ones. So now that we've put it on the vehicles, let's go and try it. So I'm going to refresh the page, and then I'm going to go ahead to the vehicles. So now you can see we have this, please confirm your password before continuing. We can't see any of the other routes because we have that password confirm middleware on here. So now we can access it. If we refresh it, or if we want to go and do something else, we don't need to do it for another 3 hours. We don't need to confirm it again. Now, a couple of quick updates. I said it in the previous video where we did the theme switcher, and I'll say it again here, is I have updated our assets file that is linked down below in the description for all of the assets that I used and attributions and all that stuff. And I also included the file input text area and the theme switcher within this. So the new link will be in this video, the previous video, and at some point I'll update the older videos with the same link. But that link is down below so that you have access to all the new stuff that we added on here. The other thing is the repo will be public for you guys to go and take a look. And I have tried something a little bit different. I hope it works out okay. But what I did was I created these different branches so that you guys can see the names line up with the videos, so you can kind of follow along in a more integrated way individually with those specific videos, as well as I merged all of them so far with the exception of the one today, but that will be included by the time you guys see this video. It also has been merged to the main branch of the code, but if you want to watch each one individually, you can do that as well. It is something that I am trying out. If this is something that is helpful to you, then great. It's just something new that I'm trying along with a bunch of other things that I have been working on and that will be coming up and released. I want to say soon, but time is a construct, right? The other thing that I was kind of worried about is that this project has been built with Laravel 10. Laravel 11 is coming out at some point. It's supposed to be coming out in February, but I haven't seen it yet. The word on the street is that even though it's slightly different, it should still be an easy upgrade. Things should still work the same in Laravel 10 as with Laravel 11 the way it is now. That was something that I was worried about, something I apparently shouldn't have been worried about. If you're enjoying the content, please go ahead and click that like button, as it really does help out the channel. Here's a video YouTube thinks you'll like, and here's a playlist to follow along. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.